Hello everyone, happy comeback day. This has already been a whole saga to get these. The plan that I walked into today having did not end up being what happened, but I've got albums to unbox, so it didn't end up being that bad. So what we got here is there's 4 of the Barnes & Noble exclusive of the, I guess it's the normal version, and then the limited version, which is the blue one. I have 4 of those as well. Unfortunately, this is where the whole saga thing comes in. I'll tell you as I'm unwrapping all the plastic. So what I did for 8, and then also for ATEEZ's Golden Hour, is there's a Barnes & Noble and a Target like in the same complex as each other, which makes it super easy for me to go and get the albums. And for 8, what I did was I got 2 of the Target exclusive versions, 4 of the Barnes & Noble ones, and then I got 2 limited versions from each stores in hopes of like splitting up my pulls. So that didn't happen this time. So when I was placing my order for pickup at both stores, I was placing the Barnes & Noble one, and I had added the exclusive versions, and I went to add the limited version, and the website was like, oh, just kidding, that Barnes & Noble isn't actually gonna stock the limited versions. And I was like, what do you mean? So all of my limited versions came from Target, and if you'll notice, I don't actually have the Target exclusive, mostly because like just based on all of the previous Target versions, it's never really been my favorite exclusive. They're not selfie cards. And I looked at the previews for it this time, and like honestly, they don't look that cute. So instead of buying 2 Target exclusive versions, because for the like single member exclusives, I usually just collect Changbin and Felix. If you're new, hi, that's who I collect for those exclusives. Instead of buying those 2 albums, which would total like $50 more, I was like, why don't I not do that? Because I already have the 4 of the normal version from Barnes & Noble exclusive. And I also have, unfortunately it's not going to be in this video, but I do have 4 of the signed copies coming from the store. So that's already enough to collect the full inclusion set for the normal version. So instead of buying extra for exclusive cards I don't really even care about, I'm just gonna save the money and not do that. So I don't have Target exclusives, but I do have the Barnes & Noble ones. I was kind of hoping this would be different from 8 and the Walmart ones would be available to pick up in store. They were not, and the pre-order is sold out on the site just like last time. So maybe one time it will like fall on a week that it's convenient for me to actually pre-order them, but it didn't this time again. So we don't have Walmart either. Well, we still got albums to unbox. It's still gonna be a good time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the photo book for each of them, because I also haven't seen this. It's like barely 11 o'clock in the morning for me, and I just got these. I haven't been online this morning at all, so I haven't seen anything that's going on in these albums, so I'm really excited to see the photo books, especially this version, which everyone is rightly calling like Thunderous's little sister, which I'm very excited about because that's, fun fact, one of my favorite Stray Kids eras. So I'm very excited to go through the photo book. So we're gonna do that for each version, and then we're just gonna do like en masse polls. So if you wanna just go see the polls, I totally understand. I'll put either a time code somewhere, or I'll put an actual like point in the video that you can skip to, so you can just see the polls. But if you want to see the photo book with me, stay tuned for that. So this is the normal version of the album. It's like a slipcover thing, which I don't hate actually. I feel like we've been like weirdly hit and miss for the past, everything after Maxident has been weirdly hit and miss on album packaging. So far, this is okay. I think all of the inclusions are in this thing with the CD. Yeah, so those are in here. So we're gonna do that later. I do love the outside of the photo book. That's like the cassette. I think that's very appropriate for the concept we got going on with like a mixtape style thing. So I'd love to know everyone's thoughts below about the music. I know we've had like, what, like 10 hours to process it. I know they've been doing their solos at the like Asian leg of the tour so far. I actually have not watched any of them. I don't know if that's like, I feel like that's probably really abnormal as far as like K-pop goes, but like I tend to not watch a lot of stuff from concerts that I don't go to. Unless I know I'm not gonna go to it, then it's fine. But because I got tickets for the US tour, I kind of want to like see as little of it as possible. Plus I really like to hear like songs initially in like their purest form of like, I want to be like headphones on, laying face down on my bedroom floor to experience it kind of thing. So I don't know, I think I'm weird in that aspect, but I had not heard any of the solo songs up until the album dropped at like 11 p.m. for me last night. But so far, oh, I'm losing it. So far, I really like it. I think I might like it better than 8. I wasn't like overall a huge fan of 8. It was probably, like, now that I've had months to marinate on it, probably one of my least favorite ones from them. But I really like this so far. And it's always nice to get to hear like their solo stuff. And I kind of wish they released more of it in like, even digital. Like, just put it on Spotify for me. Give me all of Han's songs on Spotify. I'm begging you. Like, if they put all the solo stuff on Spotify, I'm convinced Han would have an absolutely insane amount of monthly listeners, just him alone. Okay, so this is the limited version photo book. It's the same design-wise, it's just blue instead of red. I do definitely think I prefer the other concept, but I mean, they still look good in this, obviously. It just feels like there's always one like Stray Kids photo book concept that's like kind of really boring. And again, they always look good, but it's like you put them against a blank wall. And at least in the other one, there was like set design to it almost. It just makes it more interesting, in my opinion. But I would love to know, like, what's everyone's favorite solo song? I think mine is, like, leagues ahead is Hold My Hand. It just fits perfectly in the style of music that's happens to be my favorite. And then I think in like a very close tie for second would be like Ultra and As We Are. But I'm definitely very interested to see all these live. I hope they're still doing them for the US leg of the tour. I don't know, sometimes tours are really weird and they like go all out at like the Asian stops on the tour, and then they get to the US and Europe and they're like, we're at least here. You should be happy about that, I guess. But I have faith, I think they'll do them. Okay, so I got all the little inclusion booklets from the limited versions, so we're gonna go through all of those first. So I think this one has a photo card, there's like a trading card pack, and I don't even know what else. Okay, so this is the trading card pack. I just took everything out. So here's the inside, it's just like a little file folder thing. Here's the CD. Then we have a poster. Can I get that in frame? Let me see. Yeah, it's mostly in frame. And then we have a postcard, which looks to be a really similar shot to the poster as well. There is the, I think this is like it's either the US or the international press postcard. I'm pretty sure this is the postcard that's going to be signed in the signed album, so there is this one. I love that they did a single era of signed photo cards and everyone loved it, and then they were like, what if we just didn't do that anymore? There is this little like 4-cut adjacent thing. There's nothing on the back of that, but I always love cute little unit shots. So we got a set of stickers with everyone's name and then a picture sticker of everyone. And then I know these are pre-order exclusive stickers. There'll be like a million of them out there, so like if you need them, they'll be there, but these are all the track list. Okay, so we have the photo card, the unit photo card, and then the trading card pack. Like I was saying earlier, I got all 4 of these from Target, so the possibility of them being dupes is pretty high. I'm looking at all of the backs of them, and basically the backs are different on them, so I can tell when I have dupes and when I don't. I'm not going to spoil it for you, so I'm going to keep them off screen so you can't see them. We will go through. I wish you guys, like, I could poll you live to see what you wanted to do first. Let's do unit cards first. So you get 1 unit card per album, so I have 4 of them. I think there's only 4, so we'll see. So we have the first one, 1, 2, 3. We have Aussie Line. And I can tell you, based on the back, this is the dupe that I have. So I don't actually know what the units are in the album. I feel like people have probably already figured it out, and I don't know how you do it, but somehow people figure it out. We will see which one I need to trade for. So we have the next one. I can tell you, spoilers, the other 2 are not dupes, so we'll see what the units are. So we have this one, which is Changbin and Tianjin. And then 1, 2, 3, we have Han and Ion. So who is it? Sungmin and Lino is the other unit that I'm missing. So spoilers, I will be looking to trade for that one. Okay, let's do the photo card next, because again, I can see the backs on these. These actually are gonna spell out Stray Kids. I have no idea like what they want us to do with that, because like my binder isn't set up for that, so it's never gonna spell Stray Kids in my binder. Regardless, here is the first one. So 1, 2, 3. We have Lino, and I can tell you that this is the dupe of Lino, so I have 2 of his to trade. We'll see who else I pull, so who else I'll need to trade for. I only got 4 of them, and I never clarified at the beginning because I never know who's new here and who isn't. For album cards, I collect OT8. It's the like store exclusives and other stuff like that that I collect Changbin and Felix for. So for album cards, I'm gonna need everyone eventually. So whoever I don't pull, any member is cool to trade for. So here is the next one. 1, 2, 3. We have Changbin, who is my bias, so it's always very exciting. And I see we've already not made cohesive backgrounds, guys. You have one job. All right, and here is the last one. 1, 2, 3. We have Ion. Okay, so at least they're all different backgrounds. That's better than like one person not having the same color background. That's fine. Okay, now we have the trading card backs, which come in these like little manila almost envelopes. And the backs on all of these are the same, so you can't tell from the back who you're getting. I also don't know how these are split up. Are they split into like oldest, youngest kind of lines? I don't know. We'll find out. So we have the first one, which is Changbin. Wow, that blue is... Oh, it's metallic. It's like a metallic blue. I don't know if you can see that on camera. But we have Changbin. 1, 2, 3. We have Chan. So is this... Oh, it's not. I was expecting it to be Lido and Hyunjin based on age, but I guess they're just random. So we have Ian, and then 1, 2, 3, we have Felix. Okay, let's see if these are all dupes as well. We did pretty good on like not getting dupes for the other album cards, so like maybe I can be slightly optimistic for these. So 2, 3, we have Singmin. I guess I could organize these by like actual age. There we go. Now we can figure out who we have and who we don't. We have the next one, which is Lino. It looks like they should be from both concepts because these, Felix and Ian, are from the normal version, and then these are all the limited version. So 1, 2, 3. We have Han. And 1, 2, 3. Hyunjin. Okay, so we have at least one of every member, which is cool. The real question is, will I pull the other ones that I'm missing? Based on my luck in real life, survey says no. But like we can have hope for a fleeting second. 1, 2, 3. I bet this is a dupe set. Okay, so they are just random then. They're not like, they don't come in sets. Or do they? Maybe that was who I pulled for that set. I don't know. I figured I was definitely gonna have to trade these. I was kind of hoping it wasn't gonna be a ton of them though. Is this all? Yep, they are all the same. So I'm gonna have to trade for 2 different sets. It's kind of a weird like mashup of sets. I don't know why they did it this way, but it's fine. We'll find trades and we'll figure it out from there. So that is everything for the limited version. Now let's do the normal version with the Barnes & Noble cards. Once again, it's the same format, it's just in red this time. This is the CD. Is there anything on the back? Yeah, it's just that. So we have all of the stuff in here. We have the poster. We have the postcard for this version. The pre-order stickers again, so I'm gonna have a million of these. Again, I think it's the US postcard. And then here are the stickers for this version. Again, it's just their names and the picture of them in this version. Okay, so for this one, for photo cards, we have a unit card, we have the double-sided card, and then we also have the Barnes & Noble card. So because the double-sided card is very hard to hide, do my best. 1, 2, 3, we have Han. That is such a cute card. I guess I should show you the actual back too, since there is a back to it. Hopefully these will not be as annoying as the Boom version double-sided cards. So we have the unit here with the blue back. Here's this one. Here is the back of the Barnes & Noble card. I'm sure at some point you'll be able to tell who this is based on the back of the card. I can't tell which unit this is so far, so hopefully we don't get dupes. So here is the first one. Oh, this is such a cute unit. Well, I did a phenomenally bad job at hiding the double-sided cards for myself, but I'll make it a surprise for you. But I have seen all 4 of them. So here's the second one. We have Lino, so here's the back of his. We have the next one, which is Singmin. Here is the back of his as well. And final one is Changbin, and his back is obviously the cutest. So we did good as far as not pulling dupes for those, which is exciting. We'll see when I get my signed albums next week, which I'll be posting a separate video on. I would love to have lumped this together, but it's just not on the cards. So we'll see what my pulls look like next week and what I will still need to trade for. I can't imagine pulling an entire like individual OT8 set, so. All right, so here are the units for this version. So the first one, did they maintain the same unit pairings? I think they might have. Yeah, okay, now that I'm thinking back to the previews, I think I was wrong. I think this is the Barnes & Noble unit, and then this is the actual one that comes in the album. That would make way more sense. And I'm pretty sure the Barnes & Noble unit was in this outfit. So I take back what I said earlier, which I think was wrong. So we'll just keep doing the Barnes & Noble one since we're already there. So here is the next one. Hyunjin and Changbin. That one's really cute. Can we do it? Can we pull the last one, which would be... Who are we missing? Han and Ian? 2, 3. No! Ah. Chan and Felix just said, you're pulling dupes of every single one of our unit cards, and you can deal with it. Okay, so here are the actual album version units. Here is the next one. Oh, that one's also really cute. I love unit cards. If you're new here, hi. I love unit cards. They're like some of my favorite cards. I know that's like an unpopular opinion, but they are. This one's a dupe because of the back. So we have 2 of those. And then the last one, which is Ian and Singmin. I love Ian's hair. The like blonde streak in it. I think it looks so cool. Okay, I've laid out all of the pulls. Sorry for the weird sun in the corner. But like, it's too nice to close the blinds in December. So here are all the pulls. I feel like we did like surprisingly well, except for the trading cards, which we did absolutely terrible with. But like, I have a dupe of the limited unit, I have a dupe of the Barnes & Noble unit, and then I'll have to trade Lino's as well. I probably won't trade the normal unit, one, because I have, again, the signed albums coming in and that'll have the unit card in there. Also, I'm probably gonna put Changlit's in their binder because you're gonna give me their unit card. I'm gonna keep it in their binder as well. So I have an extra, so I'll probably not trade that one. And then I have to figure out how in the world to like indicate what trading card sets I need. I might go back and look at the template and see if there's like a indication on like who comes in what set to make that easier to explain when I make my post. So if you have anything you'd like to trade, my Instagram is the same as my YouTube. It's always linked in my description box. Thank you so much for watching. Happy comeback day. Hope you're enjoying everything. And I will see you very shortly for the signed album unboxing. It'll be up in a couple days. So stay tuned for that. It'll be really fun. And I will see you guys then. Bye.